think about how much millions and millions of dollars the administration and the Heritage Foundation and all these anti-union, like union busting places spend to get rid of us. Why? Why would they spend that much money? Because if they can get rid of collective bargaining, they can get rid of us easier. There's no due process. They can fire us at will. They can pull in contractors. They can hold those contracts. And oligarchy, once again, at its finest, someone can hold a government contract and pay them and not pay them, not give them the dues and the wages, the living wages that they deserve. And it's just, it's easier to privatize and contract everything out. If they privatize it, then the government can make money off of it. And
Right.
for people not to see that, and then everybody was celebrating like the agency, like, oh yay, like Secretary Collins figured everything out and we don't have a RIF process. The RIFs are off the table.
Uh,
No, the contract's about to be canceled. Now they can fire it at will. So they didn't have to
Yeah.
have a RIF process because now they can just fire. So the day that my staff and I found out that we were going to be no more official time and union space was gone, we got an email. I got it at 10 a.m. on a Friday morning, August the 8th, and it said for us to return to our positions at noon. So that was 2 hours to get all four of my union offices cleaned out with the help of my team, and be back at work in 2 hours. And and I'm sure you got it. That's terrible, awful email talking about how unions were a threat to domestic,
Yes.
like,
Yes.
security and union bosses, and they could hire without union interference, which the email was disgusting. I'm
Yes.
sure to send the email back to executive leadership and let them know that, and to also let them know that they're not going to there's a good chance they won't come out of this unscathed either, just like you said. Their head is on the chopping block too. And it's it I don't know, it blows my mind how they think any of this would be good for the veteran. Federal employees, 30% of them are veterans. So how would that be good for any federal employee that's taking care of our veterans? And as of late, our emergency room, I do not know like this week, but I know for during the summer, mostly it has been closed. It's been on full diversion. So that means when a employee or a veteran comes for care, they can't get care because there's not enough staff to take care of them and there's not enough beds.